Good afternoon. My name is Glenford Robinson, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of How to Become Wealthy. Today, we will talk about how rich people become rich. How do rich people become rich? We're not talking about winning the lotto, inheriting wealth, rock stardom, or becoming a pro athlete, but instead, we're talking about the people who earn their riches by working hard and following wealth-creating strategies. Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates comes to mind. We will go over 3 ways in which rich people become rich. It seems as if the rich always find a way to get richer, but the poor can do something about it by getting wiser and becoming rich also. By learning how the rich folk get rich and keep on getting richer, we can hopefully start our own journey of becoming rich too. Okay, so the first step that we'll go over in showing how the rich people become rich is investing. And that is investing in stocks and bonds. Warren Buffett invested in stocks in order to amass his incredible wealth. And you can too. In fact, it is much cheaper to invest today than in the 70s when he started investing. That's when Warren Buffett, started investing. Nowadays, it is very simple to invest in stocks. Long gone the days when investors had to employ licensed stockbrokers to trade their stocks or bonds. Now, all investors have to do is familiarize themselves with a few stock trading terms and definitions. Investopedia.com is such a place for the regular layperson to go and learn about words and phrases that are used in stock trading. And again, if for any reason you're not able to follow all the information that I'm providing here, you could go over to mstardom.com and click on the Creating Wealth page, and you'll see the article that I'm going over. What I do, I create these articles because I love writing and I love talking. I always get into issues with talking a lot. So I said, I love talking and I love writing, and I've always learned that if you want to become wealthy, you capitalize on what you love to do and make some money out of it. Hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you that I'm rich, but hey, uploading some videos to YouTube, make a few pennies, hey, it won't hurt. Alrighty. So we're still talking about investing in stocks and bonds. We're not there on a tangent. We're not on a tangent for a little bit. After learning investing terms and their definitions on Investopedia.com, investors can then sign up to one of the major online trading websites, such as TD Ameritrade and E-Trade. They have other such websites. I just chose to mention this one. TD Ameritrade charges $9.99 for each trade. For instance, if you buy a stock, you would pay $9.99, and if you sell that stock, you would also pay $9.99. So instead of paying hundreds of dollars to a particular stockbroker, investors can save themselves a lot of money by doing it themselves. just learning a few words here and there, a little few phrases, terms, stock trading phrases, and there you go. You know, being your own stockbroker. Another way and another approach that rich people use to become rich is owning their own businesses. Donald Trump used his business savvy in real estate to amass his enormous wealth, and you can too. Me, you, everybody can. Anytime is always a good time to invest in real estate. When the market is down or when it is up. When the real estate market is down, home prices are low and homes are cheap. Pretty much anyone can own a home if that person has decent credit during this downtime. On the other hand, when the real estate market is up, home prices are high. This is usually the best time to sell real estate if you are planning on selling. Donald Trump understands this process very, very well, and he capitalizes on it every chance he gets. So you can too. Donald Trump may not necessarily sell his properties after buying them at reduced prices, but he buys them and rent them out in the form of hotel rooms. So he hangs on to his mansions and to his properties, and he makes money on them, just like how a landlord would make money on renting out his apartments. Donald Trump chose to use the hotel method. The hotel method. This leads us to our next discussion of why rich people become rich by owning their own businesses. The reason why rich people become rich by owning their own businesses is because they create their own successful business model or buy into an existing business model, such as buying a franchise, 7-Eleven, McDonald's, Burger King, and all of those franchise. Most of all, though, they are passionate about the business modules they choose to create or buy into. Common sense tells us that if a person is passionate about a particular activity, such as owning a bakery distribution business or owning an internet business, that person is going to become very good at this kind of business. Because this person perceives this kind of activity as fun. It's very similar to how people treat their hobbies. If you have a hobby, doing that hobby, whatever, doing it, I mean, it's going to be second nature. It's going to be fun. You don't have to worry about it. It doesn't feel like work. And if you could make some money while doing it, the more the better. Therefore, it is just like making money from your hobby. When you get a business that you're comfortable with, you're passionate about, and that's one of the people will tell you. If you're speaking to someone who knows about how to become wealthy, they'll tell you, do something that you're very passionate about and make some money at it. As the saying goes, if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. Take that to the bank. Technology is another way rich people become rich. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates used technology to amass their enormous wealth. How did they do it? They created technologies that changed the world. For example, Steve Jobs revolutionized cellular communication by coming up with the iPhone, the iPod, and the iPad. So everyone else is following. Android came after. Thus, single-handedly, Steve Jobs single-handedly invented pocket computing. That's a new industry that the man created. Yeah. Bill Gates, on the other hand, used technology to become the richest man in the world. His invention was also legendary. If it wasn't for Bill Gates' invention of the personal computer, or PC, and Microsoft Windows, we possibly wouldn't have the internet right now. Or it would have taken a longer time for us to have the internet. Can you imagine life without the internet? I can't. I'm telling you, technology is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And if it wasn't for the internet, we would still be stuck in the dark ages of using mainframe computers, which takes up an entire room, and using DOS operated software to do our business on the computer. We possibly wouldn't even have the internet to upload videos. Can you imagine? No YouTube. Whoa. I definitely don't want to be thinking about no YouTube, because YouTube is the spot to make money. I'm telling you. Just upload quality videos, doing stuff that you love to do, that you're passionate about. And wow. Money in the bank, baby. Might be a few pennies, but hey, every penny adds up. Alright. By learning how Steve Jobs and Bill Gates amassed their enormous wealth with the help of technology, we too can utilize the power of technology to amass enormous wealth for ourselves and our families, with a few friends thrown in. We just have to solve a technological need. There are many such technological needs. We just have to look in the right direction with the right mindset. It's all about the mindset. You want to develop that millionaire's mindset in order to be successful in becoming wealthy. You have to have the mindset. It starts right here in the mind. So if we start looking around with the right mindset, we will find those technological needs. If you're a technology person, a computer software designer or a developer, stuff like that. But just find your niche. Just find something that you enjoy doing and something that you're good at. Because if you enjoy doing something, you're going to be good at that thing. Well, this was exactly what Steve Jobs and Bill Gates did with their inventions. You know, they both were computer guys, and they just revolutionized it. They just put a business model, attached a business model to what they love to do, and they became billionaires, multi-billionaires. So you can too. You have to believe it. They have something that they call attracting wealth, attracting things that you want to accomplish to you. It's called the law of attraction. So if you think it, you create it in your mind, and you will do it. Think in your mind that you want to become wealthy. Go hang out where, you know, wealthy people hang out. Go mingle with wealthy people. The meetings that they go to those meetings and try to emulate these folks as much as possible. And before you know it, all that riches will be rubbing off. And it's not that I'm not telling you that go beg them money, go ask them for money. No. Just do what they do, and the money will fall right in your pocket. Yep, the money will come when you do the right thing. Just follow the formula. Start thinking first. Yep. Look at Google. Google is another technological phenomenon. Nobody knew about search, how to search up information and this and that. No. But because the internet opportunity came about, it opened another way. It opened a way for Google to capitalize on the internet. And that's what we should all do. And YouTube is another phenomenon that's capitalizing on the opportunity that the internet presented. You know, there was a need to display recorded video footage online. And YouTube created the platform for that. So, when are you going to start looking around for the next technological need that you can solve? I'm putting that responsibility on you, because you are responsible for your future. You are responsible for becoming wealthy and becoming rich. And you are responsible for preventing yourself from living paycheck to paycheck if that's what you're doing. Because a lot of us are. You know, it's not, we can't help it. It's just because we don't know the formula and the correct approach to take in order to get out of that rat race type of mentality and type of activity. So that's why I feel compelled to create these videos that will help myself, help me, and help others. Because I was stuck in the rat race type of thing also, until I started thinking, how can I become wealthy? Because it's just, you know, paying, working for, waiting for paycheck, or living from paycheck to paycheck to pay the bills. I mean, how can you live like that? It's like one paycheck away from being homeless. Oh man, that's not the way. This is America, man. Yeah. No way. We got to change the way we think and start thinking the millionaire's way. In conclusion, we have come to the end of our discussion, and I thank you for tuning in to my video blog of how to become wealthy. I hope that by watching this video and listening to all the wealth building information that I have presented, you have acquired some kind of understanding that will aid you in your quest to becoming wealthy. My name is Glenn Ford Robinson, and I am signing off.